Now part 2 of the video. Queen b7 was played, and now black tried knight to e5. Now black checks the king, takes the knight, and sacrifices his queen for the initiative, and he gets his material back anyway. You see, the knight is attacked on c3, and indirectly the bishop is as well, because there's this fork threatening on f3. So the bishop retreats here, and now there are two possibilities. One could be takes the knight, takes back, and this is rather equal. You see, black has these three pieces for the queen, but there's another possibility, not taking the knight, but the other possibility would be to take the pawn, leaving the knight there. The knight has to move on the first rank, rook back, and now you see with these pawns and these active pieces, I think it was Nimzowitsch who said pawns which move forward to the edge of the board tend to work like pieces themselves. So this is the reason why in this position you could leave the knight there and just grab the pawn and cramp white, but white didn't move his knight to d1, because I think this really looks really complicated and difficult. And now here actually white holds this position and black only has this zugzwang. But it seems that white couldn't see that, and 6 moves before, in this sharp position, it's clear why white lost his nerves and blundered with rook to b1, because now black takes the piece. White even gets to take one pawn, but now check, and now the pieces really surround the white king and get really active in conjunction with this mega asset. Queen b7 was played, and now black checks the king, and white is practically forced to take this knight. King e2, and now c3. What white played here is a4. If white tried queen to c6, holding the pawn, then the rook can check the king. Knight d4 taking the queen, check, attacking the rook, and now you see mate is threatened. So if king back, check, and king c1 is clear, then rook e1 would follow. So if king d2, check, and now if king c3, pawn queens, so king c1, check again, check, and now queens. So this is why white didn't try to get this pawn with his queen. Instead he tried a4, knight f3 again, king d3, and now checks, and if king to c2, knight checks, and c2, and mate is threatened again, and probably white is forced to give up the queen in this position. It's absolutely lost. King e4 was played after check, king e4, knight to d4, preparing c2, check, king d3, c2, and attacking the rook here. Rook goes to e1, and if check, what white played, well, at the same time he resigned. Of course, this is no grandmaster game, and not the very best you could see, but I think with e6 in conjunction with the king on g2 and the queen on a8, this really is a good way to proceed for black. As I said, in other normal positions, queen to a1 is a standard move, but in this case, with the king on g2, you can think about playing this idea as well. I hope you got something out of the videos. I would really appreciate comments and your rating of my videos, so keep the support. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, and see you soon.